It's been a while, Matchbox fans, but every now and then they put out a unique casting, and this time it's a 2022 Renault Twizy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct because it's a French brand. Twizy? I don't know. Okay, so designed for a lifetime. 70 years is Matchbox's existence, apparently. I bought this locally, as you can see, and they're expensive. That's like $4. That's why I also don't buy Hot Wheels and Matchbox too often. Anyhow, I'm going to read some Wikipedia, so keep in mind this could all be wrong. This car was, well, it's not even a car, it's a quadricycle, which is not a car. This was produced between 2012 to 2023 in Spain and also in Korea. It's an electric vehicle and it's tandem seating, so you do have one driver and a passenger in the back behind that person. Being a quadricycle that only gets a 2-star quadricycle crash test rating, it sounds like a death trap. I mean, I guess it's safer than a motorcycle, but don't fool yourself into thinking this is a safe vehicle. If a Mercedes runs into this, the Mercedes will just continue going. Well, you will be splattered all over the road. Still, if it's a rainy day and stuff, it seems like it would be a nicer alternative to a motorcycle. Although, since it doesn't lean, it also might roll over easy. I don't know. Wikipedia says this thing might have a range of 80 kilometers, and speed is... So the speed could be 45 or 80 kilometers per hour. It depends, because they sell a 45 and an 80 version, and that represents their maximum speed in kilometers, not miles, so it's pretty much slower. Also, I'm going to measure this because it says its length is 2320 millimeters in the real world. So let's see the calipers here. I guess this would be the longest point, maybe. Around 50? Yeah, I think that's the widest point, fender to fender. Well, that might not be the best. Maybe I should do wheelbase. Let's just divide this by 50 and see what happens. 46 scale. Let's give it another chance. The wheelbase is 1686. If there's anything on the bottom I could measure. Nope. If these axles are bent, not going to be accurate, but I would say maybe this is around 37 millimeters wheelbase. So this divided by 37. Nope, still around 146 scale. Boy, so this thing must be really small in the real world, because it looks pretty small as a model, but it's quite big actually. Yeah, pretty good representation done by Matchbox here. Maybe not the wheels, but the rest of it seems okay there. I just like the suicide doors, that's kind of neat. Alright, let's see what else Matchbox has done on this thing. So the blue is not metallic, it's just a standard blue, I guess. To the naked eye, it's like a medium blue. Maybe the camera makes it look like sky blue though. The mirrors are casted in, no silver paint. They're very rounded on the back, strange. This little bump here is on the photographs. Maybe it's for strength or something like that. This is clear plastic. I don't know if the real car... I think this is a body panel of black on the real car. But here, I think, maybe... I need a flashlight. Yeah, I thought it was transparent. It's got some transparency to it. Alright, the whole lower is plastic, so pretty thick fenders, but it does have fenders, so I guess that's decent. A little axis hatch there. No license plate. The Renault badge looks decent enough, I guess. The headlights are cool. They have that, printing that makes it look three-dimensional. There's a wiper blade molded into this. It's interesting how they have this rough texture around the plastic part, and then they lift it smooth to represent the glass. Pretty cool. This thing must get hot on a sunny day. Well, maybe that's why there's no top windows. I think you can buy optional windows for the winter. Another thing Wikipedia said is there's no heater, so they have electric blankets to keep you warm as an option. But I still think it's probably warmer than a motorcycle, which you probably wouldn't want to drive in the winter. Okay, anyways, the printing here, not the best, but if maybe you want to inspect the packaging before you buy these. Yeah, I should have caught that. Oh well, anyways, you got two little light bulbs perhaps in there, and then the backup light. And then the Renault badge is a little offset, but the Twizy's nicely done. And I guess this is where the license plate's supposed to go. Maybe these are representing shocks, if I had to guess. I guess that's it. It's not even not much to it, right? It's press fit together. Side sills, okay, are part of the fenders, and then the base is inset. Different texture or different plastic. Interesting. Alright, well, I think I'm going to just swap out the wheels. I'll probably go with the, well, we'll see. And we're back here with those, I guess, hexagonal styled wheels. And I 3D printed the tires as well as separate pieces so I could get good color separation. I did touch up the black on the front and the silver as well. And then I guess that's it. Not much else for me to paint. Oh, maybe a little silver in the mirrors, but anywho, that's what's going on. This one still rolls. Not that I really care about that. So Matchbox also had another quadricycle earlier, the Renault Ami from 2021. So same thing. I think I like this one more. It just, even though it's not a real car, it looks more like a real car. Even they're both death traps. So being more bike related, here's a metal, what are they called? Diorama, American diorama character with a lowrider bicycle. So fits in pretty well. And then we have a True 64. I think this is either a Vespa or a Piaggio. It's hard to say. I bought this at a diecast show. It's 3D printed. I think that says Vespa. And hand painted by someone. Very well done. But delicate, being plastic. This thinness. And this is a Honda Zoomer or a Honda Ruckus 49cc. Again, 3D printed and painted by hand. So very neat, but very delicate. But anyways, I think they all fit in with each other. I mean, these things, they're not to scale, of course, but they're such small vehicles in real life that they look like they could be 164. But I think this is supposed to be much smaller. Not really bothered by it. You can look at reviews of these other things. Okay, well, Matchbox. I like how they do some really interesting subjects, right? This is definitely not a normal vehicle, so it's kind of neat. Thanks for watching. We'll see you the next time.